Figured I'd show you my 5-gallon toilet. Um, Basically, got a 5-gallon Lowe's bucket. You see that? 5 gallons Lowe's bucket. Got a 13-gallon garbage bag. Now they make these in biodegradable, so I've lined this with my 13-gallon, and then I have another 8-gallon bag I'm going to double line it with. Okay. The trick with the second bag is this is the toilet seat lid, like $12 at Fleet and Farm. You can probably get it in Runnings too. This is Ozark brand. Has a nice little clip here, so I digress. So one of the tricks I wanted to show you is take the inner bag and wrap it around. The seat, and then I'll make sure I line it up with my handle. And it just snaps on. And this way your seat stays nice and clean if someone uses it. And then I bought these wood pellets. Let me take this out. Got these from Tractor Supply. It's a 40-pound bag of pine pellets. This costs like $6 or $7 for a 40-pound bag. This will last me a couple years probably. I use this. I'll put 4 cups of pine pellets. Put you back in the holder. So I'll put 4 or 5 cups of this. In, and that takes care of the wet stuff. Plus it smells real nice. I packed 2 more bottles for this for additional supplement. That fits in there. Fits in a milk crate just fine. And I have spare bags. I can tell you this setup will last at least a day, probably 2, without having to add more pellets. The pellets take care of the wet stuff. What I've done is I've taken a larger container, put some pellets in there, and added water to break down the pellets so it turns into sawdust. And then I use a sawdust. I'll take a smaller canister and fill it and take that along with me. Do this from a distance because you don't want to inhale that stuff. So that'll last me probably 3 or 4 days. As you do number 2, I'll just take the sawdust, sprinkle it over number 2, and it helps get rid of that smell. So then that's it. If you want to see how well this holds a person, it's a nice position. So I also carry the bottle lid when you're done and you know you're not going to use this anymore. I'll put this lid back on so it's more secure, and whatever lingering smell, which there really isn't any, the pine gives off such a good, it absorbs the smell. I might dump some baking soda in here too, but the pine covers the smell. The other thing I do is I use these wood pellets for my camping stove. They make hardwood pellets that cost the same amount, and hardwood you'd have more BTUs, but I haven't tried hardwood pellets in here yet, but I'm gonna buy another bag of hardwood pellets and see if they break down and absorb like the pine pellets do. So this, I'll take my camping gear, I'll just double stack it, and then I'll secure it with two bungees, and that goes in my back seat of my RMAX. So figured I'd show you my my camping toilet. Oh, let me show you one more thing. So this is a privacy tent, and that's pretty portable. Let me move you back out here. It's really nice. Just unzips. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want my neighbors to think I'm crazy. Air suction keeps this from opening, so you have to do it from the bottom. I have to keep reminding myself of that. There we go. That's pretty large. Goes from very small to very large. So it's made by Wolfwise, and I've bin shopped a bunch of these pop-up shelters. Some of them are more expensive and have better features. I'm just going to do one side. I should take you out of the holder. Okay, so it's tall enough for probably, I'd say, a 6-foot person. It's got a little vent here. So, you know, bad smells can escape. Has a little pocket here. Put your TP for your bunghole. Has a little clothes hanger. Some other ones have mesh at the top, which is great if it's not raining. This does leak a little bit, but not a whole bunch when it's raining. And it has these things to secure it. And you have tie down points here, and tie down, or it comes with stakes and lashing. I've never had to use more than the base. I mean, if you're in a 40-mile-per-hour wind, I suppose you could use these, but it's pretty stable. And there's plenty of room here to change or do your bodily functions. And I'm going to carry this on my road trips because sometimes the bathroom's not readily available. And the 5-gallon bucket fits right in there. So that's our portable changing / bathroom, and it makes camping glamping. Not having to worry about, hey, I need to go right now. If you bring this with you, you can go anywhere, and you could be on the side of the highway if you really need to go that bad. Pop this up in 5 minutes and be ready to go. So